weeks or so because I have been hospitalized and I basically got some time off work as well, and I just recover from my surgery at the moment. And today, because I don't know how am I going to be able to sit down, like right, basically how long I'm going to sit down, so that I'm going to be just doing some gun plaiting instead. And it's going to be just some simple gun plaiting. I'm not going to do anything difficult. And also, it will give me an opportunity to test out the new cameras I bought before as well, which will be a bit of a like test to make sure the lightings are working as well, and also make sure the setup will be good as well if I ever gonna do more gun blasting in the future as well. I actually have a separate channel for my toys and basically things like on my hobby review as well. I will leave the link below once this video is finished. So if you guys are watching the rewatch, and you can actually go down to the link and see the link and go to find out more details as well. I'm basically off on that particular channel as well for a while now because of, well, the world situation, and there's really not much report around the world, and I'm basically trying focusing on my daily life job, but I do have a lot of hobby related item that I want to review as well. And today, what we're gonna do is gonna just do some simple gun plot. And I bought quite a few of these today, and I don't know is it me, but because I don't, well, is it YouTube or something like that that I don't see a lot of them that review. Is the SD Gundam series. So these are actually quite small compared to your 1/44 scale, which is the standard size. Well, actually, I may actually explain a bit more about Gunpla as well. So Gunpla is basically just like model kit for Gundams. Well, Gundam series. Well, uh, I don't really have to explain like very much for now, is it? But like people would tend to heard about Gundam before, and it's an animation series about like people riding giant mecha, and the details I'm not gonna go into quite a lot of them. Just basically a series whereby people riding giant mecha, and for the normal series, the Gundam themselves are massive, but for the SD series, they are kind of turned into a bit of a chibi style. So what we got here is I can't really fit that into the camera very well, so maybe I have to fix this. Okay, so you got the Hero Knight Strike Gundam. So this is a reiteration of the Strike Gundam series. So it's turned into chibis and turned into a kind of a knight style kind of gunpla. So these particular ones are relatively cheap compared to like these are kind of probably the cheapest you can get for gunpla as well. They are actually not made in Japan as well. As you can see, they're actually made in China. Oh, so this camera is not very good at focusing. Okay, so you can see they're made in China and Bandai Hobby Center quality. So what they say is that originally most of the gunpla are all made from made in Japan, and for the smaller like these kind of gunpla, I think they moved the factory into mainland China now, so that but they still have the same quality as the actual gunpla, which is pretty good. But I'll give you more details of once we start building one of these. So this is one of them we're going to build today. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to run through all three of them because they are relatively simple compared to like proper 1/44 scale gunpla. Which, if we have a chance, I may actually build some in the future as well, either in this channel or in my actual hobby review channel as well. So we're gonna pick the next one. Okay, the next one is an SD Gundam. Okay, again, it's a Robin Hood Gundam Age 2. So this particular one is, I think all three of these are properly related. So the first one is a knight, and the second one is this is Robin Hood. So maybe they kind of get that, like the this particular series whereby it's like the Gundam World Heroes. They actually name the Gundams like historical people. So before you see this particular one, it's just Strike Gundam is a knight. So it's probably something like, I have no idea what that is, but this particular one is named after Robin Hood as well. So it's an archer, so it's pretty nice. So you can get some details in here as well. Hopefully the camera will focus. Nope. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. I probably have to adjust the camera next time while you can actually see more details on this particular one. So, and okay, here's the second one. So the third one is going to be this particular one is actually called Arthur. Yeah, King Arthur, Gundam Mark III. So this particular one is the ones that actually draws me into this series because I think it's actually really good. Okay, one thing for sure is the art in here is definitely not what's inside. I can tell you that because they always said it. The image are like illustrated for purpose only. So they are not exactly the quality as it looks on the outer box. So for this, we will actually show you like how actually they look like as well, and maybe you can say they're false advertisement as well. But I really want to just show these to you guys, like get some interest in it as well because SD Gundam, it is a long running series. It's been going way back when I was back in childhood, and I used to bought like smaller boxes, and their qualities are you can't just build it out of the box and expect it to look like this for sure. For 1/44 scale, those one you get it much closer, but for this particular SD series, they never actually get it to very good, like compared to the actual box art, because it does require you to do quite a lot of like painting as well. So, and that I think for Bandai, their target audience is much more younger for these. But to be honest, they looks at they do look a lot cooler than it. Like I don't know if I get it to paint it like in this quality, like the actual box art itself. That's if I can get it to that quality, it looks really nice. But I don't think we can do it without it actually doing any painting. These do have a lot of stickers, and it does not looks as good as it is on the box art. If you want to have it to look good, you have to spend a very long time in order to get it done. So these will be like, I mean, I would do more like explaining once I start building these. So first of all, we're gonna go back to which one do we go to build first? Okay, let's just do the Robin Hood first. Then we're gonna build this Robin Hood. So we're gonna open this up and do some unboxing. So here we go. Price range, they are I think they're about $5 a piece, so it's not really that expensive. So in like I bought it in Hong Kong, so they're about five US dollars, like, so they really are the cheapest you can get for Gunpla in this range. And as you can see, there's a lot of different, they do have color separation, but I don't think that's as good. So, all right. So these are the parts, and I'm not gonna cut it off with nippers on this one because for things like better Gunpla, that you always prefer to cut it off with nippers, but for the SC series, you can actually just snap it off the freaking runners with their hand. And sorry about the language. And here you go. So you got the details, like manual for the actual, so you can actually see everything is contained within one page. So you got basically this whole page is the actual manual of actually how you built this Gunpla. So this is a relatively simple one, and compared to like 1/44 scale, and you got some comics on the background as well. Well, okay, which is pretty good. it's now in English as well, so pretty nice. So you got some details on what you want it to, like, once it's painted, what it's supposed to look like, and it's probably got a horse as well. I think they would just release the. All right, you can't see it here. So you got a horse in here as well, which they just released it today. That they gonna they're going to be building something, like they're going to be releasing some of the horse for these Gunpla to be riding on. So I mean, let's get started, and I'm going to just continue doing this. All right, so here we go. Let's open this up. You can see the stickers are here. I mean, it is to like, this particular stream is going to be testing my like Gunpla and basically just do some research, and also testing the quality of the actual stream as well, using my setup at the moment. So hopefully it's not too noisy. And here you go. Them. And test out how long it's actually built one of these as well. Considering they're supposed to be simple, hopefully I'll be able to finish all 3 today. So, here you go, that's all the runners. So there are actually quite a few runners here, so here you go. They are definitely brand new. They released like only a few within like last month or so. Hopefully they are not that bad. So hold on, let me just do something very quickly. Sorry about that. I just going to do something very quickly. All right, let's carry on, and we're gonna build some of these very quickly. So as you can see, there's quite a few runners. So how many are there? One, small one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's 8 runners, and they are relatively simple. So all there is probably just like some parts, and what we do is start building like right from the beginning. So we're gonna start with, okay, for me, I always start with things like body part first before I go into the head. So what I would do is start with the right arm. So all right, G1 1 2. So in here you got G1 1 2. All right, so okay, then mirror image, so you don't have to like have any. So I'm gonna just like quickly just like use my finger and snap them off. I'm not gonna do any like cleaning up on this particular one, because those one will take a long time. I'll probably prefer to actually put those like in 1/44 scale ones. I'll probably spend more time on them. But for these one, I just going to do quick snip off the runners. Yeah, I think this camera have a bit of an issue trying to have very close up. So these one, okay. So this is over here, and this is over here. Next, okay, B1. So let me just check if there's anyone here. Okay, there's somebody watching. Hello there. Welcome. And I'm trying to get my. Okay, why is there no chat comes up? So I have no idea who is actually here, but anyway, welcome, and I'm just going to continue building this. Alright, so these are the simple, relatively simple, so hold on. So there's A3. So okay, so that's A3. So and A8 as well. So A8. So all right, so it's relatively simple. So you can see all these ball joints and things, and like, all it does is just snap one together. You can see it's actually turns into an arm. Pretty nice. So we're gonna do it on this side as well. So 3. I mean, they are designed for like a younger age group, so whereby they make it so that it doesn't need like you don't need to have any tools or anything. You can just like snip it off the actual runners. So here you go. That's another one. Okay, so those are the hand already. Those are left and right hand. So then you got the C5 and 4, which I think is here. Yeah, 5 and 4. So these one, nice green effect. Yeah, explaining myself as well. So for for those guys that who've been watching as well, like while playing Golden Rings and things and stuff, I've been away for a bit because I was injured. Well, not injured. I have to have a surgery, and the surgery location is actually at my bum, and I have to like hospitalized for 3 days. Well, 4 days actually. What happened is I've been waiting to on the surgery list, and knowing Hong Kong health system, they have me waited for 3 days in order for me to actually get my surgery done. So okay, so these go on to this particular bit, nice and simple. All right, so another one of these. Yeah, I've been in on Gunpla for a relatively long time now. I mean, I've been on Gunpla. My first Gunpla was probably like about 5 years old when I was like back when I was really young, and I actually been building quite like these for a long time, and I've been building it even since I come back from the UK, and I've been for those who don't know, I've been living abroad for a relatively long time. I've been in England for about 10 years. And I actually study over there as well for a long time. So these are the two arms done. It's pretty good. You got stickers, but I'm not going to put the stickers on just yet. I'm going to put the stickers like right at the end. So, okay. So these are like the gunpla is actually like comes in very modular, so you can actually see like these are from what I know is this particular set is standard, and the rest of the armors is actually like different, like you can attach onto the actual parts itself. So we've got the 5, so I'm doing the legs here, so you got the 5 which goes on to the, which one is it? Okay, so 5 goes in here. All right, then the D1, D1 2. So, all right, so D1 2 and the D1 3. So goes into this first. I have to make sure I remember the cameras a bit further. Then my hands have to be lifted off the ground in order to get this work. There's the joint itself. So it's pretty. We got the leg joints, and what we did was we got some G1. Where's G1? E3. It's the leg itself. E1. Where's the E1? So the legs are in blue. E3. This particular one is E3. Okay, it doesn't show very well, like right on the bottom, but I can show you. This is the one, right, Pat? And there's also A4 as well. I mean, because it's simple, it's all made out of similar plastic already, so it's all the same plastic, all just the same type. So if you are building 1/44 scale, you will have different type of plastic. You have like PC and PVC, and I can't remember what they call now, but you get different plastic for different grades. Like some of it will have softer piece of plastic, whereby it will give you more like I don't know. Basically, it allows you like a bit more movement, while some things like these particular simple scale one, all you have is just simple movement, so you don't need very details on like they don't give you a lot of like join and things and stuff compared to like long time ago. Like this particular SD is already quite a lot of join, like the improvements already improved a lot more. I remember back in those days, like the you don't get a lot of like articulation from like SD Gundams. They all tend to be very choppy, and they don't give you a lot of like movement. But now they're like, because they really try to get it to like this particular series to be popular. They really try to get that to like have like a bit more gimmick. And one thing to do is to have more articulation parts, and also probably like World Hero series as well. So this particular one is a problem root, and they just immersed, like they basically combine the design of the heroes with the actual Gundam as well. So this particular one is H3. Yeah, this is H3 Gundam, and I don't know, are they going to release a different color for it? Because, well, for those who watch Gunpla, you probably know H3 have actually different. No, not H1. This is not H3. H2. This is H2, and H2's got a different version of it as well. You've got a pirate version of H2. So this particular one, they may be like have a different color scheme for this particular Gundam. You never know, but that's it. So I got the arms and everything's ready. So we're gonna move on to the skirting. Okay, so the skirting, the waist is actually down right here, but you can't see it very well. I'll try to move it up so that you can actually see it. So the skirting part is right here. So yeah, I'll try to do it on screen. Off screen. Hopefully I can improve the what you call it, the lighting as well. Maybe it's not very good at lighting this one up. My lighting is not very good since like my main light have broke off, and I'm using some LED light at the moment. So got this, and attach it to these. All right, so you've got some pretty good color separation, even though that I would actually prefer it to be more detailed as well. But these are already pretty good compared to like what they have before. So A14, so this is one. Yeah, mainly what they do is mainly ball join for these particular series. Is they just have it show that all the joints are mainly ball joints, and all right, so that's the back skirting. All right, so here you go. So you got the skirting, you got the bottom part already. So next thing we got the legs already. So we got the chest next. So A11 as well. A11. I mean, Gunpla is well. If you're watching this, you probably know what they are already. They don't need me to explain it for a long time. I'm just going to tell you that I've been like doing a lot of Gunpla for a long time, and I basically like right at the beginning. Well, not to the beginning, because some of the earlier ones I probably haven't got a chance to see them, but I did have like some sort of catalog I have before whereby it shows like some of the earlier Gunpla, even the the SD generation or the actual 144 scale generation as well. It's probably still lying around in this house somewhere, and that particular catalog it's been with me since like all the way back to my study times. Like I actually bring it with me back to the UK, and I've been having it with me for a very long time. And while I was there, I was actually buying quite a few Gunpla. Well, I actually don't get to buy quite a few Gunpla. Back then, there's a lot of Gunpla people doing Gunpla. I actually like been bullied back in my college days, and for like building plastic models. I mean, it's fun to say about it, but back then it is a bit of a. It's not exactly a big hobby, even in Hong Kong, let alone in like in England. So I actually okay, hold on. Did I turn it upside down? I think I put it upside down. Okay, so it's this. All right, so got the wrong way around on this particular one. Okay, back to like my history with Gunpla. I've actually been picked on by because I built like have a lot of Gunpla, and back then in England, I don't think anyone knows what this is. They just think it's toys, and people like I don't know. Back then, like computer games, it's been picked on. Oh, you nerd kids, and you're not fun. Like I don't know. Be honest, I have no idea when is it hit at the time. I'll probably remember back in the mini. Is it mini disc age? Yeah. Back then, we CDs is like all like it's it's still people playing CDs, but back then the craze is like mini disc. And I don't know, it's made by Sony's, and back then we used to like record things on mini disc a lot, and because CDs is too big and it's too cumbersome, so we got this mini disc things like make from Sony's. It's just like I don't think they still make it anymore nowadays, but it's like that particular era where I was actually building a lot of Gunpla, and I I'm the kids like because I'm not well. My school is actually like a lot of like foreign, like a lot of like Chinese students actually go over there, and I'm one of the earlier ones that is actually in that schools. Well, from what I remember, there's only quite a few more like before me that was actually there. So I I was there for about like 4 or 5 years, and since then, like once I joined, like more and more students joined, and I became like I don't know. You just morph into. You just continue to morph as the person that you're supposed to be. No, basically, I don't know how to explain myself, mate. What I was saying is like I'm like become more and more me. Uh, First of all, because I'm Chinese, you tend to get a lot of bullying and things and stuff. But back then, I think like it's either you are the bully or you're being bullied. So in schools, you get used to it, and I mean, in my school, there's a bit less because I tend to hang around with the English more than the Chinese people, and I tend to what you call it. I tend to like just hang out with like I don't want to be like alone and things and stuff. I just tend to like join a group. So I have quite a few friends that is English, and I still have contact with them these days. And well, not these few years because everybody's like COVID, like lockdowns and things and stuff. I try to contact them, but because I'm too far away to know the situations and what's going on. So, but I miss them for sure. But at the moment, I can't go back for because well, life just doesn't give you any margin of error at the moment. Like I was hoping to be improving in life as well while I was working in this particular new job I'm in at the moment. But for now, because I'm injured, I can't do anything. Well, I'm not injured. Because of the surgery, I can't do anything. So I have to rest a bit back at home, get some proper rest. But I don't think there's much else I can do at the moment. Try to improve life, but it is a bit difficult while you're living in Hong Kong. I mean, Hong Kong is a city whereby you stuck. You, for those who know the situation in Hong Kong, you will feel what I feel. I mean, you're in a you're in a province. You no longer have any privilege as a city. I mean, back in those days, like Hong Kong is a relatively compared to other areas of China, is a bit more privileged. And for now, for me, I feel like the things that special about Hong Kong's been eroded away for the last few years. Something we kind of expect it, but never expect it to be that quick. The world turns upside down, and we live through it. And then there's COVID as well. COVID really turned the whole world upside down. So hopefully, I don't get demonetized for mentioning this Mr. COVID himself. Miss COVID. I don't know. The male, female for COVID? Somebody tell me. But well, what I was saying is like, I mean, oh dear, yeah, these are not very good stickers. Really doesn't go. Oh, what I was saying, uh, oh dear. The problem about making these the stickers are cheap. So as soon as I stick it on, it tears off, and now it doesn't go very well. Hopefully, once I assemble it, it will still look good. It's only $5, so I'm not going to be expecting very much from this. But at least don't have problems with my building skills. What I'm saying, uh, well, once you're stuck in Hong Kong, you basically got nowhere to go, and with also with lockdowns as well. Like, I don't know how many people, like how many of you are actually like from Hong Kong or like watching this, but in here we we've been having freedom for like relatively long like a long time, and we speak what we want, and we have the freedom of speech in here, and for the last few years, it's kind of like eroded away. And I don't want to go into politics or anything. It's just that you can't speak as freely as before, from what I feel. Yeah, I mean, the stuff happened. Nobody wanted, but they have their reason of doing what they wanted to do. The fact that people go on the street and go on to, like, I mean, the whole movement thing is something that it happened, and I don't want to go into detail because I don't want to get this like video demonetized or anything like what I'm talking about. I don't even know that is this video is gonna ever get monetized or anything. I'm not gonna be able to get make any money. I just wanted to like do something that I like, and I want to show it to the world. And if nobody likes it, if nobody watch it, so be it. It's something that I do, and just like me streaming with Elden Ring as well. I mean, maybe I'm in the wrong different platform. Maybe I'm not supposed to be in YouTube as well. Maybe YouTube is not what it's built for, and like if I want to go, I probably maybe better to go on Twitch and like stream over there instead. Maybe trip a bit more freedom. But in here, I think like in YouTube you can't get politics. Like in Hong Kong you can't get politics as well. It used to be a very politics, and you'd be able to freely speak whatever you wanted to speak, but nowadays you don't. You can't. Not anymore. Helmet. Go back into building this. Alright, so you got, actually, without this pointy looking thing, this looks a bit more like a Robin Hood head. But this pointy looking thing, I don't know. You guys tell me. Does this look like a Robin Hood? Alright, so the next bit is the feather. Last of it. Whoa, almost out of the camera. Okay, so they are horned at D1. Oh, here we go. So that these one are actually for 6 and 5. 6 is on this side. So they're the weave in of the actual Gundam as well, which is going to be covered in that particular silver bit. Hope you guys are watching these. So this is the side part. So put it on this side. Okay. So the cover of the weaving of this particular Gundam. Okay, hold on. Left and right side are different. Orientation. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. It looks like a horn. I'm not gonna use all the stickers, but because I'm too lazy, but I still want to like build it as it is. So these two in here are the ones for the side of the head. What I'm saying is maybe a bit lazy as a Gunpla. I don't paint them. I just like them as is. I only ever painted like quite a 2 or 3 Gunpla before, and that only if I really have time I would paint them and have them all completely colored it. Okay, so that's the actual Gunpla complete. So you got some weapons with this as well. Oh, it's got the back of the head. Oh, that's not the back of the head. That's the backpack for the actual Gundam. So this particular bit. There you go. That's one of them. They should have a different weapon as well. Okay, I haven't dropped anything on the ground, have I? Okay, that's the mold for it. Oh, okay, so what happened is these two bits actually bit part of the arrow. And there's also okay, so this is not complete yet. So the head bit is a bit more to it. This particular green bit is going to go on the where does it go? Okay, so it becomes a visor on this particular bit. So that's the visor for the eye. These two bits is going to become part of the bow. And that's the handle of the bow. Or a small stand or something. So, all right. So this is going to be what it looks like, and you can actually stand them on the ground very well. I don't have the camera angle for this, but I'll probably do it once I finish all three of them. Just with the angle so that you can actually see them very clearly standing as well. So what they will do is these two bits becomes the part of the arch. Where's the bow then? This goes in here. Or is it here? It goes in here. These the horn bit breaks up and becomes a bow. You can have the bow holding onto the hand itself. Is everything okay? Alright, so this is what it looks like. Holding onto the bow, but I can't see them. Where's the arrow though? Is this the arrow? That's not the arrow, that's just a stand for it. Okay, the menu actually get like more details over on this side, but I'm not gonna go into it. But these are just speed build of these, and I'm maybe able to see it a bit later again. So that's the actual build of it already. So it only takes me about 45 minutes. So you can actually do it a lot quicker if you just like straight build it and don't have any stickers or anything. And I did spend a lot of time talking to you guys as well. So you can probably, if you do it quickly, you can probably just do it in half, finish all this in half an hour. One of these. So that's one down. Let's go on to another one. So this is complete. I'm just trying to get this lighting up a bit better. Yeah, that's the best I can do at the moment. So try to improve the lighting next time around. Looks pretty good, but I think that if you want to get it like decent looking to like compare to the actual box art itself, You need a lot more painting in order to have it look like this. Alright, so that's it for now. Let's move on to the next one. So I'm going to put it on the table on the back. We've got some stickers as well, but I'm not going to put them on. I'll probably put them on another time. Maybe for the actual thumbnail for this video as well. See them in details. Alright, next one is the Night Strike Gundam. This particular one. Let me just very quickly make sure that I can see. Why can't I see my chat? Open widget, suggested healthy stream excellent. Why can't I put my chat back now? Why can't I see my chat? Stream setting, excellent, caption once and analytic. Yeah, for some reason I can't see my chat. It doesn't show up on my actual stream pages, which is not very nice. But oh, we're gonna carry on. Maybe we're gonna build Arthur another time. I'm just gonna build these two first. If we run out, because I feel that I can't sit for very long because I have to do some cook my dinner as well. Okay, it's only 3:44 here, but I don't normally have dinner late. Early dinner for me. Steam up some meat and some veg. So open this one up. Once again, you've got some color effect parts. Okay, so this got some nice stickers. This particular one's got some nice stickers, which I'm not going to use once again because I want to hopefully paint them in the future. But at the moment, I'm just going to speed build them for you guys, so that you guys like know what to expect when you're buying these $5 piece. I always say they require a lot of painting, for sure. Let me run as this. That's 2 of them. One of the reasons that even at this age I'm still having a lot of Gunpla model is mainly due to the fact that I have been traumatized before. Well, some sort of PTSD, like right when I was young. Open this up because I did want to talk about it because it is a long time ago that caused this to happen. And those people who related and know this, you understand why it happened. And I mean, back and when I was like just a wee boy, like 7 or 8 years old or something like that. I don't know, maybe a bit older, 9 years old. I used to have a lot of Gunpla, and I used to remember building a lot of SD Gundam as well. SD Gundam is some of the ones that I actually earliest built. And okay, let's move the mic back next to my face. What happened is I built a lot of Gunpla, I built a lot of Lego. Even since I was young, I remember I liked to build a lot of like different model kits, and also Legos as well. And I remember back then that I used to love them. I used to have them like next to my bed, just like what I'm doing it right now, and I have it like piled up like right next to my bed, and basically it's part of my life back then, and it's for me. I think they are quite important. And I remember one day that all of them disappear. Um, um, it's like you got a lot of things that is important in your life, and all of a sudden it just got thrown away. You never see them again. And when I asked where they all gone, and I was told that they was thrown away. For 8 year olds, 8 year olds, 7 year old, like I don't know, remember I can't remember for wee kid, and it's traumatizing. I mean, you don't just throw away people's item. Like back then, I don't know. I don't know the value of money, but I know the value of the stuff that I build and the stuff that I've been given. And I, alright, just stick it on. And I remember very vividly that I gone from not saying I having everything on the world, but I just like everything I love just got thrown away, and it disappears, and you can't get it back. And I don't know, it's sad. Okay, I'm building it the wrong way because I'm supposed to building it from the arm up. So once again, the arm upward. So right here on this side. This time there's a lot of coloring. Even the arms are coloring. Okay, back to what I'm saying. I mean, you don't throw away something that is valuable to you, and I certainly don't like people throwing it away. But at the time, I have no say on what I have because I'm just a kid. And I still remember today that losing everything is one of the things that I do not want it to happen again. And I just, it kind of burns into my mind, and like whereby it's something that attaches to me for a very long time. And like people keep saying that I don't grow up and keep on playing, like I don't know, Gunpla and things and stuff, building things and stuff. I mean, it's not saying that it's bad for you. Okay, you spend a lot of money, of course it's going to be bad for you. Like you're not having enough saving, of course it's going to be bad for you. But this is things that make me relax, and I can only relax with like while I'm doing something like this. I'm not going to be able to make money out of it. Like I don't know, can you make money out of it? But like people make money out of it for sure. But I mean, I'm late on streaming or anything, so maybe you can actually make money out of it. But maybe for me it's too late already. So I'm just saying that I because I have that experience whereby everything got thrown away. I once when I grow up, I kind of like just if I got money, I just end up buying everything that I want. Yeah, it's definitely unhealthy. I can tell you that. Even I think it's unhealthy. You bought a lot of things and you become what you call you become a buyaholic, shopaholic. Yeah, shopaholic. You just buy and you buy and you buy and you can't control it. And I haven't had a lot of saving over the last couple of like years, and yeah, people are angry with me, but I want to change this as well. I want to make more savings, and I want to be like improving my life, like to a better stage whereby I'll probably have my own housing or never know. Like a lot of stuff that I want in Hong Kong, it feels like a dream. Like living in Hong Kong is like, I don't know, something like everything's of volume. Everything's of like, I don't know. Everything costs a lot. Living like normal living costs a lot. Like eating costs a lot. Everything costs a lot. And I mean, I don't know. I want to change. I want to change too. But when your surrounding doesn't allow you to change, or it forces you back like every single time that you wanted to change, maybe the best way to do is actually move away. I don't know. Maybe just move away from my household, or maybe just move away from the country itself. I mean, for early part of my working life, I actually do a lot of moving around as well. I've been to America. I've been to Southeast Asia, things like Singapore. Well, Singapore is for holiday. I've been to Philippines. I've also been to America as well. I mean, I've been around for a long time, and also I've been around to different areas as well, things like different countries. And Hong Kong is always where I come back to, and maybe I just maybe I should have just moved away rather than actually stay in Hong Kong. I love being abroad for sure, but I don't know what it's like to live in abroad. Well, except in England because I do live there before. Well, not actually working there, so you get so used to being in Hong Kong that you kind of feels, I don't know, lifeless. What would you call it lifeless? I can't say you call it lifeless. It's just that you get used to it, and you got nowhere else to go. And if I want else to go, and where else can I go? Go back to England? I don't know. England is never a really good place to live for sure. I can tell you that. But at the moment, I think England as a country maybe still better than living in just a city in Hong Kong for sure. Okay, maybe like I don't know what I call it. Like every country or every city have something good about it, and like in Hong Kong, you have everything available like to your doorstep, and you can buy pretty much everything you want, and like easy to buy Gunpla, that's for sure. And but in England, I don't think you'll be able to get it. Well, you may be able to get it, but you get it from the website, and also things will cost a lot more. I mean, inflation like around the world these days, it's been massive. I mean, buying a meal in Hong Kong is getting more and more expensive. Like the, the government's doing everything to try to increase the inflation. I can tell you that for 100% because they giving out all this incentive for like because of COVID we're gonna give you some like spending like extra money for spending, but they have no they did not think about like how the inflation's gonna happen. Like if you put more people like if you put more money into the market, of course the inflation's gonna go up. But I don't think the government is in the right mind of thinking anything. Okay, I shouldn't go on to politics that much, and once again, I don't want to get myself demonetized. But I just want to get it out of my chest for sure. Something like these. Looks like these This particular one is just full of green. Why is these? Oh, okay, so these two models actually released like right next to each other. I think I understand right now because like the whole body is all green parts, just like that particular one. So they how they release these Gunpla is they try to get similar colors runners, like all of them like manufactured at the same time, and basically it cut costs and like these are weights, so you don't want it to like that much. And let's just finish off the waist as well. Front, back. Everyone's just green. I understand why there's so many stickers now. The stickers is to cover up the green bit. If it doesn't have the stickers, it's all just green. Ugh, that's not really nice. Alright, so that's the body. Look at it. It's like, Jesus Christ. This looks nothing like the actual box art. Like, this is all green. The whole body is green, to be honest. You have to paint it all the white part in order to get it to cover it up. Okay, let's carry on. Finish off the head as well. That's the face part. There's bits and pieces that is actually cover it up as well. But okay, why is the face part is not in white? Even the face part is in grey. What the heck? Okay, so there's the face. The only good thing is like you don't need any tools in order to build the SD Gundam. Like the SD Gundam series is always like that. You can just pop them out with your. Of course, if you want to have it properly, of course you're going to have a nipper and like snip them off the actual runner itself, and you got a better clear edge and much more easier for you to paint them. But I can like once I finish these, I can always like pull it back apart because these are actually relatively easy compared to 1/44 scale, which is relatively difficult to pull apart. But this is okay, so I can live with that. I can like pull it open a bit later. It's got the head which is blue. Okay, what next? You got the B1. Okay, so I've been a bit quiet, but focus a bit more about building this. Maybe build the Alpha next time. It's almost just over an hour my stream right now, so looks pretty good. Right, that's the helmet. Pretty nice. Okay, so you got further details on putting some of the armors on this side. So move this on this side. Move this along. What we do is big kind of crown looking thing on your head. let's talk about a bit about like stuff that's happening in here in Hong Kong. So they sacked the Jumbo restaurant, the floating restaurant in Jumbo, the Jumbo. I mean, they sank it, and well, don't know what happened there. Why they want to sank it? But apparently, they were supposed to be like taking it to repair, like regular repair, like every 4 years. But then, for some reason, this year they because they can't find anyone to buy it. It's been closed down for the last 2 years or so because of well, same situation. What happened is they pulled the actual floating barge, the restaurant, out to open sea, and what happened is they because they can't find anywhere to like have it repair or anything, have anyone to buy it. What happened is, well, the sea take it away, and it sank. I mean, for me, I actually work with a company whereby they tow the actual boat, so we and it's sad to see it sank for sure because I mean it is part of the image of Hong Kong, and you see a lot of movies or even in like video games, like there's a lot of like reference of that particular barge, but it sank. I mean, nobody knows why. Everything like once you put it on the out on the sea, and of course, there's always going to be an opportunity that it sank. But I mean, it comes as a surprise to people of Hong Kong for sure, because we 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 look at it as part of our heritage. It's our memory. A lot of the memories like in Hong Kong are like things like all the history. I mean, if you go to Hong Kong, like it's, it's like an icon to Hong Kong, and for some reason it just disappeared now because people can't afford to have it repaired. I don't know. And it's sad to see it sank. Well, I haven't actually seen it sank, but we were told that it sank, but nobody knows actually what happened. Okay, now that you put some armor on, it doesn't look as bad. Well, the body doesn't look as green. Okay, so like armor here. I can't imagine people actually show this online. You're actually using nipper. Your hand will be very tired, and your back will ache as well because your hands you can't put your you can't rest your arms here. You basically put it right up to the freaking camera. It hurts. Here, there's a ball joint here. All right, that's another one. That's what it looks like. There should be some skirting armor as well. Alright, so these two I think is the skirting armor. The same skirting armor here. Skirting armor here. Alright, so it's not pretty nice. I'll be happy if it's a I'll be happy if I'm a kid seeing this. Pretty good, pretty cool. But if I see the box art, I will say, come on, that's nothing like the actual box art itself. You probably need a lot of painting in order to get this to look like this. Come on, seriously. Okay, so this done. So you got the last bit, and you've got the cape. That's it. Alright, that's a saw as well. What's this particular bit do? Oh, it holds the saw on the back. There you go, that's the saw. And you can actually have a saw on the backpack. On this back. So that it goes on to here. But I'm gonna probably so that's holding it. Yeah, you can see these particular bit. I mean, they're supposed to fill it in, but because it's cheap, so they have to fill this in with probably putty or something like that. I mean, they put these like they look pretty cool, but you need to spend a lot more time in order to get this painted or anything. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna put the stickers on once again because I'm just not very good at it, and I do want to paint it in the near future, so I'm not gonna put any more stickers. The eyes are probably the only stickers I ever use, even in 1/44 scale. Alright, I'm gonna put this on the back as well. So the saws actually go on here. It's not on being used, so that's look pretty cool. It's got that traditional blue, white, and yellow looking. Maybe there's gonna be a different form for this particular Gundam. I think definitely they always do something like that. Different color scheme, different squad, or maybe a different armor. You never know. Okay, so let's bring back the other part as well. So these are both of them we built today, and just over 1 minute, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, what we'll do is we're gonna build the Alpha. You can see it here, the Alpha, on another date, because I can actually feel pain on my actual surgery point as well, which is not very nice, and probably time to take some painkiller as well. Once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you've been watching, please subscribe, and I'll probably go back to playing some Elden Ring in the future as well. Since like I don't, you never know what happens with like YouTube algorithm. They never seems to be able to get anyone that is other than me putting on the link on the other people's chat group to able to get them to see this. But you never know. Maybe one day they will actually have one blow up. For sure. My name is UT. Well, my name is actually Tommy, but you can call me UT. Just like other like friends and mate call me UT as well. So I'll hopefully see you guys next time, and probably some update on these. Maybe you never know. I'll maybe like once I get some time to actually have them painted, and maybe see the final result. But for the moment, you guys will like you get the idea of these particular SD Gundam kit, like how good or bad they are, or how much like work is involved if you want to get it to like looks like the box art quality. But for the moment, I'm going to leave this at they are, and probably spend some time off stream and try to paint them up as well. Okay then, that's it for today. I'll see you all next time.